right, grass grind family, back on the road. I was actually leaving out to pick up some grass seed. The temperature is about to get right, that way we can start our aeration. But one thing that I was informed of is that you have to make sure that the temperature will be right, and that's in between maybe 40 and above ground temperature. That way the grass seed will not freeze, and you can make sure that you won't have any problems with the seeds growing. If it freezes, that's bad. It'll kill the grass seed. So I was about to go up there, then I had the issue with the toolbox, and you know, the locking mechanism wasn't working, and I was trying to get a couple of things out of there, and so I ended up taking that off, and we're on the road. But one thing that I want to talk to you guys about is that I put in an estimate for a neighbor that was probably a couple of doors down, and as I was taking out the truck toolbox, I seen another company over there working, okay? And you know, at first I was a little disappointed, a little angry, but then I got to thinking about it. If I came up with a price for our company, that means the other company is doing it for cheaper, okay? And you know, I really had to sit back and think about that, like, wow, maybe, you know, my prices wasn't quite right, but actually, you know, when I did the math, it was a great price. And you know, that's one thing that I want to talk to you guys about, is sticking firm on your prices, okay? If another company wants to come in and undercut our company or undercut themselves, let them do it. And that's probably the customer that you don't want, if they're just looking for price and not quality. Now I passed by the job, and it was just a small job, and you know, taking out a couple of shrubs, a little mulch, and it was very how can I put it nicely, it wasn't done professionally, okay? The edging wasn't correct, and you know, that right there just showed me that, you know, it's a lot of companies out there that wants you to believe that they do a great job, but in all actuality, they're just about price, okay? So definitely stick with your price. That's very important, because you know, I was a little disappointed, and I'm like, man, you know, I didn't hear from the customer. I sent them an invoice, and you know, I didn't hear nothing from them. Well, actually I did. I sent all my invoices are prepaid, okay? So I sent the invoice, and the customer was wondering why I'm sending an invoice before the work. And you know, for me, that's our standard for our company. We're going to make sure that we either prepay, meaning cash at the time of arrival, or we'll send an invoice ahead of time. That way we can get it scheduled. But one thing that I do not want to do in the company is, let's say, do $1,000 of work, and you know, when it comes to doing the work and getting paid for the work, it's totally different sometimes. Some customers, not all customers, wants the work done now, quick, fast. Yeah, let's get a schedule. And then when it comes time to pay, I've seen customers give a lot of excuses, okay? And you can't maintain your business with excuses, okay? So that's why me and Sarah came up with the prepayment. That lets us know that the customer is, you know, they're prepared, they're ready, and you know, it puts us in a position where we don't have to chase our money, okay? I never want to be in a position where we're chasing money, because we do a great job, and we're very satisfied and very confident in the work that we do, so we always prepay. But back to the original topic. We didn't get the job, and I think it was just based off of pricing. I think this customer just wanted something done cheaply, and you know, that's not the business that we're in. So, you know, you're not going to get every estimate that you get, okay? I put a lot of time and effort to make sure our pricing is correct. You know, I go over the labor hours, material, wear and tear on the truck, the gas, insurance. You have to keep all these different factors in mind when you're given an invoice. And of course, in the industry, I didn't see it too much last year. I mean, a little bit, but when you have people that's saying that they will cut for $20 a yard or $25, you know, that's not us. That's not what we're interested in. We run this business and we're in it to make a profit, not to overcharge, but to definitely make a profit. When you have to keep in mind, when you have $5 grand, 10 grand, 15, $30,000 in equipment, okay, you have to charge accordingly, okay? No offense to anybody that's using a push mower, because that's where we started at. But when you know that you have great equipment, it's not going to break down in the middle of the job, you have to make sure that you price that. That way it's beneficial for the customer, it's beneficial for you. So always stay firm on your prices, okay? I was looking at it like, man, you know, I missed that estimate. And maybe, you know, if I didn't see them doing the work, you know, I could like go out the door and see it, you know, maybe it wouldn't have bothered me so bad. But then, you know, as I was talking with Sarah, she was like, you know, don't worry about it. Our pricing was good. And then I actually drove by and saw the work that they did, and you know, that made me feel better, okay? So if you know you're doing a quality job and everything is in order, stay firm on your prices. Don't let the customer talk you down. A lot of customers want everything and want to pay a little, okay? I saw that earlier this year, and I saw that last season, okay? They'll want all these different things, and you know, don't really want to pay for it. So just keep that in mind when you're giving these estimates. You know, you have to make sure that it makes sense for your company, okay? If it doesn't make sense for your company, then don't do it. There's been times that we've declined jobs because, you know, of the pricing. The customer may say, oh man, well, I can get this for this much. Yeah, that's true, but they're not keeping, they're not factoring in the time to go to the place to pick up the mulch, to bring the mulch to the residence, and then whether it's a dump trailer, a truck bed, or open trailer, taking that mulch and putting that mulch where it needs to be neatly, okay? Because you guys know when you do mulch, mulch will go anywhere, okay? Not unless, you know, you tuck the edges around in the wheelbarrow, that way it won't dump out. But, you know, if that's what a customer wants, you know, let them have that, okay? So I'm about to focus on the road, just something that I came across today. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. Today is 43. And it feels like 70 just because of the weather we've been having. And like I said, it rained a little bit this weekend, well, a lot this weekend, and then it got pretty cold, like 29 degrees, and it wasn't a heavy snow, it was more like a flurry. So, you know, this weather has been up and down. So we have actually, we're going to be mowing this week, aeration and overseeding. You know, I want to kind of look at the weather and see how I want to make sure that the ground temperature is correct. So I'm going to go up here, check some pricing on the grass seed, ask a couple of questions, and then I can make an informed decision from there, okay, once I go and see them. So well, I'm going to have to focus on the road, and we'll be back. I'll let you know what I found out from the supplier. Okay. All right, so we are back. Went to the landscape supplier to check out different grass seed. Also wanted to confirm the application rate, which is very important. You want to make sure that the application is the rate is correct for the type of seed that you're putting down. So had a good conversation. Awesome place. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to record inside, you know, because I want to make sure that I have permission to record. But just went in there, asked some questions, got some pricing, and you know, it was really good to go in there instead of you know, different department stores like Lowe's or Home Depot or Tractor Supply. I went to a different supplier that actually deals with a lot more grass seed and fertilizer. That way I can get a different perspective of what they sell, and you know, the different rates, different percentages. So it was actually really good to get out there, talk to them. I asked him about the weather because it's been, like I said, it's been cold, but today it started off chilly, but actually it's a pretty good day. It's about 45. It feels pretty good, but I think I'm going to get the aerator out tomorrow and, you know, kind of go from there. I did not purchase the seed right now. Me and Sarah decided not to purchase it and to store it. That way we won't have problems with mice or anything like that. So I think going forward, we're going to only purchase it when we're going to apply it that day, and that eliminates that problem. So overall, pretty good day. Weekend was pretty good, and you know, hopefully everybody's doing good. Hopefully everybody's out there starting to work. We're going to be mowing this week and trying to fit it in next week, but we're supposed to have a lot of rain. But like I said, you know, that won't be too much of a problem. Mowing may be a problem, just depending on how wet the soil is, because you don't want to leave tracks in the grass, but we'll see. But this is Chris on the Grass Grind. Always invest in yourself and keep grinding, okay? I appreciate all the likes, the comments. If you like our channel, please subscribe. It means a lot to us. And we'll see you maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. We'll see. Just depending on what's going on, okay? All right.